we've transitioned once again back out to the main room.
We've moved a lot this week already.
I like it though.
We're not even 24 hours in.
We are not, and we're fluid and dynamic, moving around, and we met our new friend from Entergy, Yasmin.
That's me.
Or I was meant to say Yasmin.
Yes.
You stole her whole intro.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Please.
You can put the accent on the I, Yasmin.
Oh wait, Yasmin.
Yeah, exactly.
Please introduce yourself to the audience.
I'm Yasmin. I've been with Entergy now for a year. Prior to that, I was in piping engineering with oil and gas.
And so you're an engineer by trade.
Yes.
Where'd you go to school?
University of Alaska.
Whoa,
Yeah.
hold on.
Wait a minute.
Let's unpack that a little bit.
Yeah, slow up.
How did you end up here, and how did you end up in Alaska?
Alaska was just kind of like a little adventure. I grew up in Florida, and then I just wanted something different.
Okay, I have a connection of the dots. Keep going.
And then I was up there, and we had the economic crisis down here, right? It was kind of safe up there with the oil industry kind of cushioning everything. So I stayed there, finished school, started my career, and then my sister was living here. So I decided about 4 years ago it was time to move. Getting out of Alaska is difficult because it's so far away and the logistics.
Right.
So, once you pull that Band-Aid off.
Okay, this is interesting because you mentioned two things. Florida, I'm in West Palm Beach. Where were you at?
Destin.
Okay, up in the Panhandle. And my wife her lineage is from the Kleinpeter tribe.
Oh, cool.
And she is of the Raven clan. And her tribe is from the Alaska area. She's a generation away from that, but very close to it. So, and she now resides in Florida. She's been in the industry too, long time.
Cool.
What a stretch.
Yeah.
All right.
Look at
So, have you been to LGA before?
Yes, I attended in November 2021.
How do you feel about the association, our industry as a whole? Do you like it here? Is it home?
Yeah, I like it. It's a good vibe. Everyone remembers each other. I noticed that. And
This guy.
yeah, it's
He'll
got
never
a family
forget you, I
feel.
promise.
No, I
This
won't.
is what we do.
Yeah.
It's
This
so
is our
personal.
family.
Yep.
Everybody here, this is our family, Extended, but no.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
We're new at this too. We've got people everywhere. So, is this your first time out this year in a conference?
Actually,
since the
I attended.
pandemic?
Well, I attended AGA in May, but that was a little different. It wasn't the vendor.
Oh yeah,
stuff.
that's.
Oh, you were here for that. Did you go over to the House of Blues then and do the thing?
I did not.
Okay, that was good. That was
choices.
crazy.
Good choices.
Yeah, that was.
Jimmy, you were here for that.
I was here
weren't
for
you?
that. Yeah, I sit on the LNG committee.
Okay.
You probably met him there for the first time.
No,
didn't you?
I would have. I don't.
He would have remembered Yasmin.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's true. We will never forget that. Well, Yasmin, it's been awesome. Thank you for joining
Thank
us.
you.
Thank you for
So
keeping our
much.
system safe and with
Absolutely.
re-engineering and putting new pipes in and everything. Thank you. It's great to
All
call you our
right.
friend.
We'll be right back. We are now.
Lead us in, James. Please.
We are
You guys have the
back.
connection here.
We are back, and we have a very special guest. And so I've heard about this person. It's almost like a legend at this point, because now I've been in the industry for almost 6 years. Okay, so my father-in-law, whose name's Don Embry, he worked for Targa for a number of years and was a part of that OQ program over there.
Yep.
And I had no clue what that was.
Back
and
then.
I'm sure he told me stories upon stories about things I had no clue about, and I just nodded. Well, fast forward, I joined the industry.
Energy
And
World,
I started talking, he asked me what I do, and I started telling him about it, and he's like, that's what I do, right? and so one thing leads to another, and sure enough, I'm in the industry that he left, right? Well, I tell him I'm going to LGA, and he said, I hope that you get to see my good friend Sue from Targa. And so today is the first time I got to meet her. We talked on email a little bit,
Yes.
Everybody brokered it all, and then y'all knew each other before I
Well,
did.
there's a little email going on. They're like, we have to meet the Sue Guidry from Targa. She's going to be at LGA. She's a VIP. And they're going back and forth. And then finally
You
I
can tell
chimed
by
in.
the
I'm like,
crowd.
wait a minute, guys. Sue and I are on a hug basis. Like every year when we see each other at an
Yes,
event, we give a
definitely.
hug. And we've known each other for years.
So
Back
Yes.
to the Royal Sonesta days.
The Royal Sonesta days, yes.
Never
So-
speak of it again.
And I said we are going to see Sue and connect a lot of dots, and this
Love
is
it.
the most
Yes.
important year
It really
because of the
was.
family lineage. I
Oh,
love
oh
that.
my gosh,
And she
his
hugged me.
father-in-law, I love Don Ember. We worked together. We actually built Targa's OQ program
Together?
together. Yes, we were on the committee that did it. There were about 5 of us, and we built the OQ program. And Don was just so much fun to be around. Him and Cal Wrangham and a whole bunch of
Cal
other people.
Wrangham, man.
They're great people.
I've
And-
heard
and
all these names.
Is
I
that-
was,
isn't
I
that
was
great?
very fortunate they mentored me. And of course, if you ask them, they'll say that I bullied them. So
That's
it's
right.
whatever.
Now,
exactly
I would,
what it said.
knowing Sue, when she says I may have bullied them, she may have
Is
coerced
that
them a
on
little bit.
brand? Is that on brand for Sue?
Just a little bit. Well, I mean, now with the LGA, as the current president of the LGA.
I know, let me ask you, you're
You are the
incoming.
current or
No, I am
incoming?
current.
You're
Okay.
current.
I became president last October.
Okay.
Okay.
In October of 2021, and then we had a conference here in November, and I said, this is so offbeat for us because we don't do it in November, but because of COVID, it changed the nature of things. So we did a kind of mini conference here, maybe 300 people showed up.
Yep.
And as we ended the conference, Stephen Giambroni with the Louisiana Department of Natural Resources said, hey, what can we do to make it better next year? I said, we can start now. And we did. And I am so thrilled because the LGA is just a great organization to be
Yes.
a part of.
Amazing.
And the people that I work with, which I'm the only woman on the board right now.
Love it.
We've had more women in the past, but right now I'm the only woman. And most of the board members have said, we don't have a problem with you being president. We're used to taking orders from a woman. So it's like, it's fine. And so as we came into this and they made me the president, the guys would all say, Madam President. I said, I don't like that term. I said, can you just shorten it to Her Royal Highness? And so, hence the crown.
Love
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Now it all comes together.
It all makes sense now. And so when we started planning the conference, one of the ladies with the Tapman Group, who is our management agency for the
And
LGA,
they do a fantastic job.
they do an awesome
Friends
job.
of the show. Friends
Yeah,
of the
David's
show.
been on the
David's
show.
been on.
Oh yes,
before.
Yes.
David is a great guy.
Yes.
His staff, Jamie
But
Blink,
I was going to say, but the real people who do the work there.
Jamie.
Jamie Blink, Lauren Giffen,
Yep.
Jamie Freeman, and
Rock
Abby Bush,
stars.
they have been awesome. And I will tell you, if I ask a stupid question, they will come back and they say, we can make that happen. And it's awesome. They're great to work with.
Can I tell you, this whole thing with coffee, working with Jamie Blink,
Yes.
Jamie was like, what do you need? I'm like, we just need a little bit of space. She's like, you got
Do
it.
it,
Pick out
do
your
it.
space, grab it there, we'll get you tables. She
Yes.
makes it boom, boom,
Yes.
boom.
It was
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's been great.
They keep us on track. They keep us moving in the right direction. And the LGA board this year, I'm excited. We've got new members in the board. We're actually seeing a couple of old members return to the board.
That's great.
From different companies, and it's been great. And it's always so much fun because I get to a meeting and I'm going up to people and saying, hi, I'm Sue Guidry, I'm the president, who are you? And they go, oh, I'm the new board member from wherever. I'm
That's
going, great, and we encourage our people to get involved with our committees
Yep.
and our education committee especially because the mission of the LGA is training and education.
Love it.
And we have a facility on the state police grounds in Zachary, Louisiana.
Known as Gas Tech.
Known as Gas
I've
Tech.
heard about it.
Yes.
We have.
I know a guy
And-
that has talked about it several times with me.
Well, we are so excited that Rusty Burrows is our education committee chair, and I have not seen Rusty here.
I have not
Also
yet either.
been on the
I
show.
don't know if
Yep.
he's here, but we are working hard to get at least one or two trainings in this year but we are wanting to beef it up to where next year, at the beginning of the year, the curriculum comes out and people are able to
That's great.
sign up and get those trainings that they need, that education they
It'll
need.
happen. It'll happen.
We want to be a part of that too, for sure.
And-
Any way we can help.
And
Absolutely.
we are also hoping that as that training progresses, we will be able to offer the training facility to companies to say, hey, you've got some hands-on training stuff that we can bring to our employees.
Absolutely.
Would we be able to rent that facility? Or if you're an LGA member, and
You
we
bet.
want to encourage people to become members, of course, and be able to have use of those facilities, the training, the conference, everything.
And just to give our audience a little bit of an idea, there's like a little mini village there that embodies homes with meter sets, so people can
Yes.
work on live systems, quote unquote, in a controlled environment.
In a controlled environment,
Controlled
correct.
pipes in the ground. It's a wonderful, wonderful event.
And our deal is that we're going to work first with the gas side, with the gas distribution and gas transmission, and we are already soliciting our transmission members for old equipment, processors, things that we can use on the liquid side. And we've even had some interest from the state police in saying, hey, can we
train with
can we go with you, and even our firefighters, to say, let's simulate a propane
Yeah.
release and how we're going to handle it.
Yep.
And we're like, yes, let's
Love
do
it.
these things.
mutual aid.
And-
That's cool.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, the synergy is there with
Yeah,
everything.
it's wonderful.
It's awesome. So we're hoping that maybe it'll be after my reign is over, but at
Reign.
least we're working toward that. Well, if you're a queen, you have to have
I
a reign.
know.
Right,
That
you have to
makes
go like
total
this.
sense.
Right.
Yes.
I love it.
I do have the wave.
Sue, we're going to have you come back on. I will tell you this is my first time at an LGA event.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've tried really hard to get here. He's talked my ear off about him.
For years.
And
Yes.
I'll tell you, I fell in love with it already. I hadn't been here 24 hours, and I love everything about it.
Oh, I have to tell you,
I'm
this
telling
is so much above what we even thought we would get for this year.
So great.
We are so excited.
Well, we need to have you on
A full
within
episode.
your reign.
Yes.
Before your reign is over, we would love to have you on the show to talk about some of the initiatives going on in LGA.
Oh, I would love to do it,
And
yes.
talk a little bit more
Yes.
depth about them, because we can talk all day.
Well, my problem is, yes, you're going to have a hard time shutting me up.
Not you, Sue. Not you.
That doesn't seem right. Well, Sue, it's been awesome. Thank you so
Well,
much
thank
for
you.
everything you
And
do.
of course,
So
tell
great.
Don hi for me. And Jim, I'm
Wait.
apologizing for my cold hands. It's
wait.
freezing in here.
We're on a hug basis.
That's it. We are in a hug basis. And I would hug you closer, but I have a glass of wine.
That's right.
So considerate.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks,
Hey,
Sue.
we'll be right
Appreciate
back.
Yeah.
We'll be right
Thank
back.
you.
Hey.
86, I had one.
I have a year for you guys.
Let's go.
1996.
I remember it well.
1996 was the year that the Louisiana Pipeliners Association was
Look,
founded.
she got us on track.
No, wait a minute now, Monique. Monique Roberts, please introduce yourself to the audience.
Yeah.
Okay, will do.
Please.
This
One
was-
thing at a time.
Did you see her just?
we were
Hi, my name's Monique Roberts, and I'm here representing the Louisiana Pipeliners Association tonight. And we're sponsoring the reception tonight because we are hashtag partners in pipeline safety with LGA. I'm actually also the first recipient of the Louisiana Pipeliners Scholarship 25 years ago.
I'm sorry, how many?
25 years ago when I was at our inception. So my
You
my
won that
father.
one- You won that when you were 5?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
That's a
exactly.
Jim
Thank
job.
you.
That
Thank
was-
you.
I was
Thank
surprised
you.
he didn't
Yes.
pull it.
Young and beautiful.
I was ready to pull it
It's
out.
one of his favorite things.
I was going to say 4, but
Yeah, so Louisiana Pipeliners Association was started actually by my dad, Mark
That's
Roberts.
awesome.
Yeah.
is that right?
Yeah, I'm a multi-generational pipeliner. Yeah, you can't get
I
out.
know
We're like,
that.
the Louisiana pipelines are like mafia. Like, you can't get out, like, yeah.
You heard that here first.
We're friends, aren't we?
Yeah,
we're
right.
friends.
We're good.
We are.
We're
Everybody's
okay.
Are
friends.
we in
Everybody's
on
friends.
it? Okay.
So there's a lot of groups of people that work together. We work together a lot with the Louisiana Gas Association, and we
Okay.
love working with them. We love partnering with them as well. And so Louisiana Pipeliners Association, which is louisianapipeliners.org,
I'm sorry, one more time.
louisianapipeliners.org.
.org.
Yes.
Okay.
And we're a nonprofit organization, and our main goal is to bolster the economy in Louisiana related to oil and gas pipelines. And so we do a lot around scholarships. Actually, we've given out over the past 25 years $1.7 million in scholarships.
Amen to
Wow.
that, right?
That's
Yeah.
intense.
Yeah, it's literally the coolest thing we do. Yeah,
That's
It really
intense.
is.
yeah, it is.
That's one thing. Being involved in a bunch of associations across the U.S. and more, seeing all the scholarship money that's raised, like
Yeah.
no matter what, right? I'm a part of OGA and seeing that, right? That money, TGA,
yeah.
LGA, the pipeline.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much money being poured in
Yeah.
to these next generation of natural gas and pipeline.
Yep, and I love the emphasis that we have in our industry about trade schools, the importance of them now, in the past, and more importantly in the future. And so it's
Yeah.
a wonderful thing.
We really
What a
want to
commitment.
support the next generation of pipeliners, and we also want to make sure that they understand that giving back is very important, right? And that's some of the questions that we ask all of our interviewees is how they give back and how they volunteer, because we all volunteer to be a part of these organizations. So in Oklahoma, right, you said OGA, Oklahoma actually had the first Pipeliners Club and Association, and now
Would that be
there's...
the Tulsa one, or Oklahoma as a whole?
I am not going to start in on
Okay,
that
we're not
fight.
gonna-
That's
we're
like
not
a
gonna
Hatfield
fight
and a
about it.
McCoy
That's
situation.
Whoa!
Let
I'm
it
sure
go.
I'll hear about it at the next board
Let's
meeting.
let
now.
it go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have pipeliner clubs in Atlanta, you have in the Rocky Mountains, Appalachia.
Ah,
Of course,
gotcha.
Houston is a huge
Yeah.
organization as well. And I actually was a part of the Houston Pipeliners Association back when I was in college and got
You
that
didn't-
scholarship as well.
So you
My
didn't
dad
tell them
cleaned up.
about the Louisiana stuff,
Nope,
huh?
my dad
You-
cleaned up. He's
you were
like,
like,
baby,
"I'm
you're going to get them
Texan."
all.
Yeehaw! This week, next week.
Yeah, yeah.
She's in Minnesota. So.
Oh, don't you know?
Don't you
yeah.
know, yeah.
Thank you for that there scholarship.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure.
For sure. Got them all. Yeah.
I don't think I could pass
She's
with the
still
accent.
living off of her scholarships
I would
to
have helped
this
you.
day.
We would have gotten it.
Right,
That's
right.
this is how it was sponsored tonight.
Isn't that cool? Isn't that
It
really
is
cool?
cool.
Yeah. So, there's so many great organizations out there to
There
help
are.
bolster the pipeline industry. It's really cool.
So
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
And a little tidbit, I'm trembling with anticipation because tomorrow we're going to have a full segment with you.
Oh gosh.
And apparently she's subcontracting it out as
I am.
well.
I'm trying to
because she
invite
walked
people.
up and said, "Can I have guests on my show?" So I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah,
if she
yeah,
even
yeah,
knows
yeah.
that we're here
No,
tomorrow.
no. I think, like, all of a sudden,
Do you know how podcasts work?
Well, like, I don't want to have to talk the whole. I talk so much. Like, literally,
You really
anyone that
do.
knows me knows that I
You
talk
really
so
do.
much.
but
You
we love
really
that
do.
about you. That's what we love. Somebody that can out-talk me. I love
Sign
in
me
these
up.
situations where I can just go like this. All right.
Okay.
Wow.
Monique,
Yeah.
your energy is infectious.
It
we
is.
love you. Thank you for joining us
Thank
tonight.
you.
Thank you for this awesome event.
Thanks.
Yes.
All the work you
Appreciate it.
do,
Absolutely.
You're the
period,
best.
for our industry. Thank you so much.
And
We'll
thank
see
you guys
tomorrow.
the same. Absolutely. Thank you so much for bolstering our economy and our industry as well. You guys do a great
Anything
job
we
for
can
that.
do, anything
Thank
we
you.
can
It's a team effort. Everybody
well-
adds to it. We'll be back.
I've never had an audience this close. I'm intimidated.
He was right there.
Let us know how we do.
He is on top of us with our, I'm not gonna say our new friend, but our friend,
Oh, certainly. Friend.
Definitely mine.
friend,
New friend.
are connected on LinkedIn. We are, and then we're just talking about having some political figures that you know that may be running for governor of Louisiana.
big deal.
Head of, what was the other one you said?
What a
He's a
name drop.
congressman.
Congressman?
Garrett Graves. I can name drop.
Yeah,
We're
why
all in.
not?
That's
They're gonna
your
be,
call.
They're gonna be guests.
It's your future. I'm not telling you.
My future. So, our future. Are you Louisiana residents?
We're no West Palm Beach,
Unfortunately.
Florida.
Well, you know what? We're all holding hands.
That's right. We are from Texas.
There you go.
We're basically neighbors.
Yeah, Billy Nungesser's definitely running for governor. So is our attorney general, who is just escaped. His name is just escaped me, which he's not going to be happy. But
It's okay.
That's
you want
right.
to start over?
no,
No, we're good. Heather Kleinpeter, she is a friend of ours, and we're excited to have her on. We're tell a little bit to our audience about your role in your organization, what you do in some of your niches.
sure.
Wait, that's a big word for me. Niches in the market.
So I believe you could speak in much bigger words. I believe in you.
Yeah,
sometimes.
Niches. But I am business development for Vantage Contractors, which does vegetation management, right-of-way management. We will get out in the marsh and make sure that your platforms are proper and that you've got everything you need to be able to, have a cleared line. Safety. We have a great safety record, by the way.
I bet you. I'm sure you do.
Definitely the best.
Love it.
That's a term I like to use. But that's what I do. So I'm here having an incredible time at this
Great event.
conference because it's been one of the most effective conferences I've been to. And in terms of decision makers, people I have a hard time meeting with because they have had a little bit of that kind of under restriction. And so I highly recommend this conference.
I agree.
Yep.
I've been very impressed with it. This is my first one.
His
Have
first
you been
one.
to
How many have you been to?
My first one at this.
It's the LG. Okay. And I've been doing these for, I think this is my 14th or 15th year.
Wow.
Yep. So I started when I was 4. But watch out, lightning was going to strike me. But I agree with you. It really is a great conference. And
Great
until you
order,
actually
yeah.
get here and really embrace it, that's when you really see the value of it. So.
That's
Yeah.
absolutely right.
And I'll tell you, being around these folks, it feels like home. It feels like our industry. It is, right?
It is.
But you can tell the people here don't care about state lines.
No.
Don't care what role you're in. Don't care, which operator you work for or what it might be. It's all about a greater cause, which
That's
is
right.
what I really like.
I've really, and you're absolutely right. That's a great point because no one said, no one's nervous. What do you want from me? You know what I mean? Like they're
What are you
all
gonna
just like,
sell me?
how can we connect? Exactly. What are you
Right.
going to sell? And I was telling him one of my favorite things about being in business development is that I'm not selling anyone. I'm here to say, what do you need?
What's your pain? What's your problem?
That's right. And it may
And
not
I-
even be what I do.
No, but you may know somebody that does
right.
it, and you connect the dots.
That's correct.
Oh,
And-
she is
This is his love language.
That is my love language right there. Because it comes back tenfold to you.
Sure.
You help one person out, then all of a sudden people are going to be like, Heather knows her stuff. She really helped me out. It comes back.
So in our audience, our very close audience, Bar Air Patrol, Joe, has been my angel because I didn't really know people in this industry when I got into it. And he has been, and through Louisiana Pipeliners, I know Thell and I know Shane Crochet, and those guys are just
Salt of the earth.
correct.
Salt of the
Salt
earth.
of the earth.
Thel and I spent some time out in California together, had a great time, and really bonded out there. And we have a great friendship, and it's everlasting. So
We should create another California trip to Napa
oh, I've been there.
because,
This episode
Now listen,
sponsored
here's
by
a-
wine.
Well, I celebrated 11 years sober on July 10th, but I've been to more wine tastings because I have a friend that has a vineyard out there.
spit it out.
Well,
No, I
smelling-
don't. No, I smell it.
Yeah, it smells
And
great.
people ask me how I can do it. I'm like, well, it's like flowers. You don't need flowers, you smell them. And if you get down to it, you can really tell the difference between the wines by smelling. That's it.
My cousin is a master sommelier.
Oh,
Really?
that's
In Napa
amazing.
or Sonoma? Or
No, in Philadelphia.
Nice.
okay.
So, just a hobby, honestly. But it's interesting whenever, because, they go through a lot of tests. It's not easy.
Oh, it's
No,
not.
no.
We have one on staff. We
Wait,
really
is
do.
it
Who?
me?
Do I know?
Rex?
Is he really? Oh yeah.
Not a master. And that's not his job either, just for the record. He is that on
It's
his
a hobby.
own, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
But he
And for
went
a lot
down
of
that
people,
path.
it is a hobby.
Yeah. I
But,
just like to drink it. Yeah.
me too. And it's hard to find it, and my cousin took that into candle making. So the scent,
So I used to make candles. Me and my wife had a candle business for about 5-6 years.
Really?
We
you
made
see how
candles
these
at
things, they bring themselves out.
home. We sold a lot of candles, man.
Really?
Yeah, I got some
That is
stories.
something
And
I
we
never.
lived in an apartment. We lived in an apartment at the time. And our house, you would think, oh, I bet y'all's house smells so good.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
when you make every candle, there's this special smell that smells like nothing and everything
Did
all at once.
Did you become numb to the smells after a while?
No, it was the worst.
Comfortably numb.
Yeah, like you didn't enjoy it
Pink
anymore.
Floyd.
It took a while.
I see what you did right there.
See what I
Yeah.
did?
I
We
caught
could go
it.
on and on, but
Yeah.
Thank
Y'all
you so
are the
much
best.
for joining us.
Thank you.
Great to meet
Absolutely.
Had a great time.
Follow her on LinkedIn. She's
Heather
on LinkedIn.
Kleinpeter, Vantage Contractors.
And we
There it
just
is.
connected. She is a great person for the industry. You need to go for the board of directors position in the next year or so here at LGA.
I
Mark my
agree.
words.
We'll
I
enjoy it.
pointed out.
I've threatened it already.
Do it.
All right.
You're going to be great. We'll
Hey,
see
we'll
you.
be back.
We are having a LinkedIn session right now.
Yeah,
For those of us
Training
that are
session.
training session about tagging properly in LinkedIn, which is
Correct.
very important to increase exposure.
Absolutely.
And what's the other word I'm looking for? Something into
Engagement.
the engagement. That's the word.
yep.
We are chasing
Industry
engagement.
engagement.
Yeah, that's even more.
Okay. Yeah,
And that's what we're
'cause
trying to do.
oil
Connect
and
the
gas.
dots.
Yeah, oil and gas.
That's
energy.
why we're here.
Our old friend is here.
Yep,
Who
We're new friends, neo friends.
we are.
Yeah, and we're
We already have inside jokes.
But we did these at the Royal Sonesta
we did years back.
10 years ago.
We did. That's when we first started to meet.
Correct.
And then we
Whoa.
reconnected right after COVID out in
Yep,
California
at Anaheim.
Common Ground Alliance.
You
I
know
believe
how
it
many
was.
people have said Royal Sonesta this week?
Have you been in it yet or not?
This will be my first time.
They remodeled, right?
No, did they?
I thought they did.
Oh, I hope not.
I thought they remodeled.
I
Okay.
think they just
Yeah, I
combed
think-
its hair a little bit.
I hope so. I
Okay.
mean, maybe after the flood they did, but
Okay.
Just wiped it down.
please
a little bit.
introduce yourself to the audience.
Oh yeah, we forgot.
All right,
We're
so
on a podcast.
Thell Gillis, right? Bar Air Patrol.
And what does Bar Air Patrol
What's
do?
that all about?
Val? Come
So-
on, give us.
Just imagine you met me for the first time.
Okay.
Tell us.
So, you know what, James? Interestingly enough, we do nationwide aerial discovery.
Let's peel back that onion.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Keep
what
going,
does that
baby.
mean? All right. So we have 45 aircraft across the U.S. We're flying for pipelines, the right-of-ways to look for geohazards, anomalies.
Dead vegetation.
Vegetation management, absolutely. So, for example, we fly Shell offshore every day because obviously what they don't want to have occur is a BP incident where a platform gave out a sheen on the water and then now they're attributed to an environmental catastrophe. So the owner-operators are absolutely insistent on maintaining the integrity of the infrastructure. And so we provide that on a daily basis nationwide. So I have 45 aircraft, I have 82 pilots. They're salaried, licensed, just like me, same benefits. And then what differentiates us is we maintain a 135 charter certificate with the FAA. So I have the same safety standards that American and Delta and United and Southwest. So I could charge you to fly on my aircraft, but we don't.
I got
Okay?
you.
Okay.
But you,
We get to ride for
So,
free, though,
yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Okay, cool.
So I always have a pilot and an observer, and there's a method to that madness because if you think about an independent operator, so somebody like an owner operator that hires one guy that flies a Cessna 182, and he's on his own, you're flying, at a point perpendicular to the right of way. He's got a tablet, a camera, and an iPhone, but wait a minute.
he's flying a plane.
He's flying a plane at 500 feet at 125 knots. He's got a tailwind, he's flying at 135. And you got a multitasking. This is not a safe environment. So we always have a pilot and an observer in every aircraft.
In other words, you take safety all the way through.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Absolutely.
I love
And
that.
we were one of the first to have our own safety management system. So when you look at the aviation audits that we go through on an annual
doubt.
basis, and look, Shell and Chevron, they're some of the toughest, ExxonMobil.
Oh, yeah,
And we
absolutely.
pass these aviation audits
Fantastic.
annually with flying colors.
How can our audience
Flying
find you guys?
colors.
Oh, I saw that pun there.
What's that?
How can people find you easily? What's your website?
Okay, so it's www.barairpatrol.com. B-A-R-R.
BARR.com.
Airpatrol.com. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And
So-
they can get a hold of you through that?
Absolutely. Or
As-
they can go to LinkedIn because all my information, my cell phone number, my email address, all of
And he's
that.
a master of LinkedIn.
Yeah. Well, I know now.
We're getting
okay?
there.
I
We're
learned.
getting there. We're upgrading
Yeah,
as
I
we
got
go.
educated.
We're building on that.
I got schooled by
continuous
Jim and James.
improvement.
Well, wait a
It's
minute.
about continuous improvement.
Jim Shower, David Love, Daytona Beach, 2022.
Jim Shower, James Cross, 2019.
I'm like,
20 now.
I'm like,
Yes.
I'm still learning. I'm like,
Get
what do you
outta
mean
here.
tag somebody?
don't
Tag
know.
you're it. They're like, no,
So
at
confident.
signs.
So confident.
So you're never too old to learn.
Thank you, my friend.
Gentlemen,
I'm gonna
Great
go
having
with the
you.
high five
It was a
for the
pleasure.
LinkedIn
It was a pleasure.
knowledge. We're gonna
Yep.
nail this thing. We'll be right back.
Thanks. So when we connect the dots in the industry, Monique Roberts was just on a few minutes ago. She left. She comes back
Master recruiter.
with Joe. She's like,
Oh, yeah.
have you met Joe yet? We're like, we're going to meet him right now. And all of a sudden, it's like, Joe, do you
Joe
want to be
said,
on the
"What is this thing over
program?
here?"
He did. He's
I
like,
had no idea.
And we're
Just
like,
see
we're
you
not
talk
sure.
for a few hours and didn't know what was going on. So
well, we do this podcast during COVID time as a way to reach out to our energy industry just to give safety topics, best practices. You know, they're non-salesy. It's thought leadership, 7 habits, anything to reconnect or keep connected with our industry is why we did it.
Yeah.
So, and it's a pleasure to have you on. Would you mind introducing yourself to the audience and who you're with?
okay, so my name is Joe Klimas. I am an engineering manager for Plains All American Pipeline, and I office out of St. James,
Which is
Louisiana.
There we go.
Louisiana. Yeah.
Man, have you
Yeah.
been involved with the LGA for a while?
Oh, yeah, for quite a while. Yeah.
What's quite
Yeah.
a while, man?
I can't really
A long
pin it
time.
when I started. Probably
Oh.
maybe 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've
Yeah.
been around that long? It's changed.
We're, you know, the city,
Grown?
it's grown. Remember the old Royal Sonesta days that have grown to the Crown Plaza days,
Yeah.
which now to the
Yeah.
to the Hilton days. It's
Yeah.
great to see the membership
On
growing.
and off.
It's
Well, I'm not like a member. Yeah.
That's all right.
That's
We
right,
won't
yeah.
judge you.
no, we're good. We're good. What's some of the biggest challenge that you see in the roles that you have at Plains All American?
Well, so the role I have is like I'm capital projects.
okay.
So
What's your
capital
biggest pains
projects-
these days?
the biggest pain is growth.
Okay.
Right now, growth in the oil industry is not there. I mean, it's the market conditions aren't good for growth in crude oil right now, and it's a different mindset where we're just improving assets rather than building assets. So we're trying to make what we have better.
Okay.
Make more money for us and complement assets and stuff like that. And also reestablish new contracts with customers and stuff like that. So right now it's just we're just trying to chug along and maintain, whereas at some point we're going to have to get into some growth.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you been here since yesterday? Or did you come in today?
Just for today, for the pipeliners, I have commercial meetings tomorrow. So
And then you're back
I'm,
out.
I
huh?
wish I was here
So
tomorrow.
you didn't get to
because-
catch any of the sessions today, or did you
Oh,
get to
all
catch
day
some?
today. All
Awesome.
day today.
Great sessions.
All the sessions. FBI was pretty cool.
Man, I missed that one. I saw that was on there.
Oh yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, they talked about cyber
Oh,
Cyber
and
security. Yeah.
security. Oh god, it
InfoSec.
was unbelievably bad. On how people get sucked in and how they could find the weak link in your chain and just get in there. They watch you for a year before you even know.
Wow.
it's
that's
crazy, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we teach a course on that. We have some training on InfoSec that we've worked on and built with our experts, and it's crazy how simple some of it can be too. You don't think about people still looking over your shoulder or skirting in the door behind you and
Right.
simple things like that, right? Or
We're,
They're
hunting
there.
you for a year.
They're there,
Like you
so-
wouldn't think about that.
I would
You
say
know, like
major-
just say like a department store, they'll wait until it's holidays come in and
Busy.
It'll be high traffic.
yeah, high traffic, Black Friday. What is it, Black Friday?
Yep.
yeah,
Black
the day
Thursday,
after
Black Friday.
Thanksgiving.
Day after Thanksgiving, they'll hit them like that morning.
Yep, on the busiest day.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they pick it. They're smart. Criminals are unfortunately smart, so we need to be smarter and thwart that.
Great topic. Great topic.
Yeah.
Joe, thanks for coming
All
on.
right.
man.
Well,
Absolutely.
We appreciate
See, that
you.
was as
Yeah,
easy as
yeah,
pie,
yeah.
wasn't it?
Yep.
All right. Hey,
Awesome.
we'll be
Thanks,
right
Joe.
back.
All right.
We barely walked away and we're back because why?
Because we have a very special guest.
We have our good friend Lauren,
Who I think we just met for the first time officially today, but she looks familiar. I think we've seen her at other events.
How did
Yes.
you hear about us? How did we How
walked
did this
by.
even transpire? That's how it happened?
Well,
And
go ahead, tell your story.
I don't remember, honestly. It feels like a lifetime ago, but it's been
Wow.
about a minute or an hour.
And Jamie Blink, our friend from the Tapman Group, who is
That's right.
running this great organization, came to me and said,
Now
I
it's coming
want you to
together.
meet Lauren. And all of a sudden I said, great. And she's like, I don't know where she is. And all of a sudden she brought you over.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Very nice.
So
Lauren,
welcome.
do
Thank
us
you.
a favor. Introduce yourself, who you're with, and what you do.
Absolutely. I'm Lauren Tipton. I'm with Elemental Compliance. I'm a co-founder and co-owner. But one of the things that I'm really excited about here is being the secretary for Young Pipeline Professionals USA for the 2021 to 2023 service year.
Okay, let's peel back that
Unpack
onion.
that.
Yeah, let's
What
peel
does
that back.
mean?
What does that
Absolutely.
mean? What is that
Tell us
organization?
a little bit about that.
Young Pipeline Professionals is a organization with the mission to connect, educate, and develop the future leaders of the pipeline industry. We're based in the USA, but we have sister organizations through Young Pipeliners International in Canada, Mexico, China, India, all over the world. And our goal is to provide education to the next generation of leaders. So we do that through educational webinars, through our symposium that's every other year, and through networking events to just connect all of our members and bring them together and increase their knowledge base.
I'd be far understated if I say that is a great initiative. We
Yes.
need that in our industries,
Yes.
and I'll say industries are market segments all the way around. That's fantastic. 'Cause
And
we know we have
Jim
a-
identifies as a young pipeliner.
No, I am.
So are there like
If he
honorary
identifies as
members,
35 or under, he can join.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, you just missed it.
No,
Just
she said.
barely.
No, she said if I identify as one.
Oh.
No, I want to support.
Can
this.
he
This is
be
great.
grandfathered in?
Oh, I
We
see.
actually have opportunities for
bet mentors,
experts,
right?
mentors,
Smees.
advisors.
I wanna do it.
Yes,
Subject matter.
absolutely.
No, I do. I absolutely want
We
to.
look for people to provide
You know who needs to
educational
get
webinars.
involved in young pipeliner?
Jeff Isbell, Steve
I'm
Allen.
thinking on the other side. Do you know someone young that in your life that maybe could get
Oh,
involved?
Summer Shower. My daughter just
Maybe
graduated
you
from
can mentor her, and y'all could both get in.
Absolutely.
Wow, together. She
We're
23
gonna
years old.
workshop
Yep,
it.
yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Summer Shower. We're coming for you
Yeah.
for this. This
We
is going to be
just
good.
voluntold you
Well,
how
and
this is
student,
gonna
we
go
can have student members too.
I'm-
So people that are in a technical path or getting a degree in something that could support pipeline can still join and kind of get a taste for what we do, join our webinars, connect with other people, and then potentially find a job in pipeline. So
That's fantastic.
we got it all.
Yeah.
What's the best way for people right now to go on that device
Right.
and do something? How would they find you so they could start the process?
They would go to yppusa.org, and there is a big button that says Join Now, and membership is free. And you just enter your information, and our membership engagement person reviews the application, and you should be admitted within a week.
And I'm being serious. If I were to go there, being at my age, but I wanted to be a mentor or be a
Please put
subject
a
matter.
comment explaining that and
You
say you know Lauren.
could reach out to our email, which is also on our website,
And do it that way.
and go through
Tell
that
me you
method.
know someone.
Yes.
See if
Oh,
we can get you in.
I bet you there's people out there like me that say, this is a great thing. We want to share that knowledge because that's the
Yes.
biggest issue we have is that we have a lot of our generations that are retiring and they have a wealth of this knowledge that's going to leave with them, and we need to keep it in the industry and
We
keep
want to
passing
give
it
it all
down.
away.
Yeah.
Right?
We want to give it all
We do.
away.
We do.
That's why we were formed. So that's exactly our goal.
Lauren, thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for
guys.
joining
It's
us.
super
We're going to
appreciated.
have
Thank
you
you.
back
Absolutely.
on. We've already committed. We're going to have her back on.
For a full segment?
For a full one.
Absolutely.
You, maybe
It's
a
great.
friend.
This is fantastic.
All right. Hey, we'll be right back.
Well, wait, we're back, and we're
There's
going to hear.
always a story,
There's always a
Chris.
story we have. I come back to the booth, and James picks up. Can I just show this real quick on the camera?
It's very well wrapped.
This is at the booth.
Here, I'll put
Yeah.
it closer. Look at this. Look at this craftsmanship.
And yeah. Look at the rolls. Look at the layers. So I'm like, what? What is this? He's like, it's a cinnamon roll. Sue Guidry had one last night, and she was
She almost
hiding
killed
it.
a man over it.
Yeah, a guy was going to grab it, and she's like, "Don't you touch my cinnamon roll!" And so
And-
all of a sudden, one pops up here, and who delivered it?
Chris.
Chris, introduce yourself, please, to the audience.
while we eat this
Yeah.
cinnamon roll.
I'm Chris Krin. I work for the Louisiana Department of Natural Resources. I've been with them about a year and a half as an inspector.
As an inspector,
Yes,
okay.
sir. And in the northwestern part of the state,
Okay, the Monroe, Shreveport,
the Shreveport area.
Bossier.
Yeah.
I've been there, brother. I've been there. Okay.
And what, for those that maybe aren't local to Louisiana, can you explain a little bit what that group does?
So we're just compliance. We make sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to. We are partners for PHMSA.
Well, like the PSC and
Yeah.
other places, right?
Yeah.
Like Alabama PSC. Sorry, we're just going to get into this.
Wow.
So tell us about these cinnamon rolls. More importantly, why cinnamon rolls?
Because I
What's
love
the
them.
story?
Honestly, so I got bored in one of the PHMSA classes and
Allegedly.
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 Is this today?
No.
Oh.
So this is when we were doing them all virtual. So I was sitting at home listening to them talk on the computer anyway. So it's all sourdough.
Oh.
And it's it's my homemade
Home
sourdough.
starter?
It's not. I did not buy a starter. I made it myself. You mix flour and water and set it on the counter till it bubbles.
That is, okay, I'm going to tell you a story. There's a place out in San Francisco on the wharf that has famous for sourdough bread, and all they do every day is just add more ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
So conceivably, you could be eating sourdough bread from 100 years
Fantastic.
ago,
Yeah.
because they never clean it out. They always just add more stuff
Yeah.
in, add it.
Yeah, that's a year old. The starter is.
Is it?
Oh, I thought you meant the cinnamon roll.
No.
I was like, it tastes pretty fresh.
No, the cinnamon roll was made on Sunday.
So the starter, you understand that in that concept out there. They say it's like 137 years old, their starter. This is fantastic. Okay.
Hold on, we probably shouldn't eat while we have a podcast. People that don't see the video are just confused. Us just
I'm
smacking.
sorry, yes, we're
why
devouring this.
You learned this during that time, and you just decided, I'm going to surprise everybody with cinnamon rolls.
So I'm not a small person.
No.
If I ate all the bread that I made, I would be a much larger person.
That's fair.
So I can't make a small amount, so I just make a bunch up and give it away.
Have you thought about selling them yet?
I have, but then it becomes a job.
Okay, and not a passion and
Yeah.
a hobby.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, though, for
Maybe that's why we don't get paid for the podcast.
Well,
It's a
another thing is,
passion.
how much would you pay for that?
I don't know, $1, $2. I don't know.
Who cares?
There's like 10 hours work.
I
in
wouldn't.
that.
I would trade it.
Oh, really? So you should be paying $5 for it.
I'd trade
Exactly.
I'd trade a hat for it.
That's what brought Chris over. I said, why did you bring this to us? He goes, your hats are awesome, right?
Yeah.
He wants a hat.
And they're all out.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I know. We got a mailing one.
Okay. We'll take care of you.
Well, Chris, thanks for the cinnamon roll.
No problem.
Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for all you do here in the great state of Louisiana.
Yeah, thanks for keeping us safe and talking to people and educating them. That's the key to what you do.
Yep.
Doing what I can.
I shake your hand, but I'm a mess.
I know. I don't
I'm
know
a
what
gooey
to
mess.
do.
There we go.
Boom. There it is, man. All right. Hey, we'll be right back.
Keeping us safe right here. We are back. Our neighbor. Okay, James, I got to tell a story. So I've been walking out of my hotel room every night, and then down at the hall at the end, there's a suite, and there's these parties going on.
Where's he going with that?
People are partying in there. I kept wondering, I'm like, who's in there? I wish I was invited. Lo and behold, I walked by our
He's
booth.
been invited.
Oh.
Okay, I walked by our booth partners next door, and the room number, I'm like, oh, that's like 4 down. That's who's having the party. So Erin is our friend from next door here. Erin, please introduce yourself to the audience.
Hi, I'm Erin McKay with Evergreen Compliance, and my AKA is That Compliance Lady. We have software that scrapes all of the data and guidance off the PHMSA websites and makes it so you can actually find it.
Did you hear what that
So wait,
scrapes?
you're the compliance lady.
I am.
You're the compliance.
I am the compliance lady.
We've been looking
you
for
literally have a booth that says the compliance
I actually
lady.
have a great big sign over there.
Love it. So are you a long-time LGA or
This is my first time at LGA. Is it really?
How's it been?
It's been amazing. I in the past used to go to API and a lot of the bigger ones.
Sure.
And of course with I literally started development of this tool right when COVID started.
Okay.
And so we've had a slow roll, as you can imagine, getting it out.
Yeah.
And
A lot
so
of time to hone it. And
we
make it
did, and that's
perfect,
actually what we did. We developed it, we
No
honed
doubt.
it, we rolled it out to people we knew. I did a lot of it from Zoom and emails because I know people all over the country. And but this has been so fun to be here face to face, and even people that know me, that know what I've been doing. Now that we've been able to actually show them, they're like, "Oh my God, I didn't know it could do that." So it's been amazing. We did a vendor track today. There was a ton of people in there, so it's been amazing.
Good deal. How do people find you? What's your website?
ThatComplianceLady.com.
I'm sorry, one more time?
ThatComplianceLady.com.
I love that. That's cool. That's a great.
It's hard to remember.
That's a great thing.
Awesome. Aaron, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was good to see you
Absolutely.
guys. And come on up to the party.
I think I'm going to have to stop by tonight.
I mean, it is next door.
Thanks, you guys.
We'll be
Thank
back.
you.
But nothing like Todd Cash joining us.
Thank
How are
you.
sir?
Thank you, guys. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Busy week this week.
Yeah, it's been a good week.
LGA. It's good to be back.
Very
You've
much
been
so.
here a long time, right? You and Jim?
We got in.
Yes.
Wait.
No,
you with the
I mean
organization?
LGA.
Yeah,
like
I started in
this
2008.
Yeah, 2008.
Yeah.
That's when I started coming also.
Yeah, so it's been we're going on 14 plus years, and it's been great. You know,
Don't say that out loud. It makes it real.
Okay, well, more than 10.
This
we'll
is
just
my
do that.
first one though. But I will say
So-
it's been amazing. I've said it over and over. I'm sure audience is tired of hearing it, but really I've been super impressed. I don't know that I've been at a conference where everybody was so open. It was very conversational.
Right,
A lot of the
right.
sessions you're in like just turned into conversations. You
Yes.
know?
Yes.
And I really like that. And I sat in on yours earlier.
Great.
And that's
great.
why we wanted to bring you on.
Yeah, yeah.
Because one,
Okay.
tell us who you're with and the solutions that you bring to our industry. But let's peel back the onion. What did you present on today? Let's let our
Okay,
listeners know.
so today I presented on ESG, environmental social governance, about how it relates to what we do as an industry, right?
Right.
And how we can take credit for the things we already do that address those things. So, you know, you're reducing emissions. Well, you're fixing leaks all the time. Take credit for that.
Yep.
Right? You know, we're training people all the time. Take credit for that. That's a big part of the social piece. Right? So, you know, you got cybersecurity programs there you go. So
governance, yeah.
it doesn't have to be this animal that you have to be completely afraid of.
Right. It seems like this whole new concept, and really when it's packaging it all with a label, and it was very clear. I even joked about, I think we're just going to adopt it for our culture, you know, as a whole, because it still works. You know, if everything falls in those, I mean, obviously in our world, our environmental's a little different, you know, being a technology company, but all the other stuff is dead on. I mean, training to ISO, you were talking about ISO, that's governance, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
but if you guys put in, replace your
Sure.
light bulbs, right?
No doubt.
There you go. That's you can take care of
using
that as an
our
environmental
hosting
thing.
provider and their
Right.
stats, right?
Yeah,
By
exactly.
proxy.
It's really becoming aware. It's almost like pipeline safety management systems where you might be doing a lot of these
A
things
lot
right
of
now,
it.
but you're just not aware that it
And
all
you're not
actually-
tracking it and measuring it, right?
Right,
To some
exactly.
degree.
Yes.
Which-
At whatever level,
Whatever
right?
level
You
it
talked
is.
about
It's
that.
like everything else. If you don't document it, it didn't happen.
That's true.
Right.
For the good, bad, and the ugly.
Exactly.
And if you're
Yes,
going to
sir.
document it, you better do it.
You better
right?
do it, yes.
Right?
Yeah,
I mean, or make an attempt, right?
Right, yeah.
I mean,
Don't make
you know what I mean.
promises that you can't keep.
Yeah,
You
that
know,
was a big
that's the big thing. You see a lot of that there. People are expected, they think they have to do that, and you don't. Just say, this is what we're going to do, this is where we're moving towards, and show progress. And, you know, it's that simple, actually.
Todd, I don't know. Did we cover who you're with and what you guys do?
Nope, not yet. Yeah.
If you don't. Oh, okay.
We didn't.
Oh, okay.
No,
I thought
no,
you did.
No, we didn't.
Sorry, it's our
No.
first
We jumped right in the presentation, but give a little shout out to your company.
Sure. So I'm with In-Store Gas. So we're the largest privately owned underground storage in the U.S.
And I learned
we
that
have,
today.
Yeah, we were talking.
We were talking earlier, right?
Yeah,
So
okay.
we have six facilities, about 130 billion in base gas, and about 170 miles of transmission pipe.
Okay, interesting. Okay.
So we're all up and down through Alabama, Mississippi, Texas, and New Mexico.
Very nice, very nice. Well, Todd, it's been awesome.
Yes.
We appreciate everything you do.
Thank you for
your
hopping
time
on
today,
being a
speaking
trooper with us.
today.
Yeah.
I love this session.
Great.
Scott came out talking to me about it. I had to leave early because some other guy had a session. But man, I appreciate you. Thanks for coming on, and we'll be right back.
All right.
See you in a bit.
Thanks.
This is LGA at its finest.
Love it. There's a
Final night.
Yep.
Final night.
People
And-
are laughing. I mean, really, I'm looking around.
Did he just take a champagne bottle? Never mind.
I don't know. What a week, Jimmy.
Well, I'm envious of you, and I'm also envious of myself. One, for you, you get to go home tomorrow. We
Pretty
whooped
excited
it up
about
on
that.
Bourbon Street last night. We met so
Very
far
little, yeah.
probably 599 people out of the 700 here.
It feels like it.
And but I get to give a presentation tomorrow from 2 to 3, so I'm glad. I'm happy that I get to stick around to do that.
Yep, and then you're flying out Friday.
Flying out Friday.
It's good. It's a good show. You said it. We met a lot of people. I swear, I think we recorded with 30 people. You know, close to it. 25, 30 people this week.
Yep.
That's got to be a record for us. That's for sure. We've never been so popular. Met tons of new friends. I mean, really, which is saying something because we know a lot of people.
We do.
And we were just talking about that, and we met a lot of new people.
A lot.
Very cool people.
Yeah, we did meet a lot. And these are, I can already tell, these are friends for life. These aren't just acquaintances. These are people that we're going to be bonding with and strategizing and collaborating with going forward. These guys are going.
I love it. I love it.
Can you hear it?
I don't know. Our audio's so good now.
It's fantastic.
No,
I love the interaction.
It's been great. And then, Jimmy,
yeah,
I'm gonna call the shot again. I'll tell you what, we recorded a live episode that people are gonna get to see with Miss Monique Roberts, and I tell you what, best show we've ever done. And I love our guests, you know I do, but I'm telling you, man, this place is out of control.
Place is out of control.
It was great.
Yeah.
She's a rock star. I love that we got to do it in her home state, where
Yes.
you know she and her family so respected.
Her
I
dad.
can't wait for it to come out.
Yeah, her grandfather.
I mean,
she's third generation.
Incredible, right?
Yeah.
Like, and we had a blast, and we had fun doing it. We got done, and we both looked at each other like, best episode ever.
And what was the one nice thing about it? We did it knee to knee, and that was a
No
term
doubt.
we've been using where we've
No
been
doubt.
sitting all together here. Nothing against Zoom. We love Zoom. I mean, it helped us so much, and it continues to help us. But when we can get side to side, elbow to elbow, knee to knee, it's great.
No doubt about it. Well,
Yeah.
Jimmy, we've been on quite the run this summer, and I don't want to say it's drawing to a close, but it's drawing to a close. And then we're going to kick into the fall. You know, I'm saying from our show standpoint.
Yep.
We're going to kick into the fall, and then we've got a handful more to knock out in the fall. But it's been kind of cool to hang. You know, it seems like we got to hang out 4 or 5 times in the last 2 months.
Yeah.
That's been very rare over the last couple of years.
It has been.
Yeah.
It has been extremely rare, but it's been extremely valuable on so many ways.
Absolutely.
And brother,
it
I
was
wouldn't
cool
do
to
it.
get to do it here. I will say this, that to then go on hiatus for a little bit, take a break, but to get to come here to LGA, that you've talked to me about this conference for years, and
Years.
it was so cool to get to come down here and have
Did it-
kind of a guide, you know, to take me through it all, and it delivered. I mean,
Did
I'm
it meet
telling
your
you,
expectations?
Best conference I've been to all year, and I'm not just saying it because LGA is looking at me. I mean it.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I loved the content. Every session I attended was impressive. Good content, conversational. Nobody had their guard up. Like we were talking about real stuff, real situations with real inspectors, with real, you know, PSC members from all over.
Yeah, multi
Sign me up.
states.
I'm on. I'm in.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
You're a believer
I
now.
want to be back. Yeah,
You're
I
a
want to come
believer.
back. It's going to be hard for me not to come back to this conference every
That's
year.
my point. Is once you're there, it's like hard to say no. I can't go back because there's so
And
much.
I love the people.
Yes.
I'll say
without
that
a doubt.
too. I've always loved people in the South. I just do.
Yeah,
but a special group here. You can tell where their heart's at. You can tell everybody has a singular mission.
Yeah.
You know, do this thing great and do it safe, and I just love seeing it. That's all I
I'm
got.
glad I finally got you here. I'm glad you experienced it. I'm glad you embrace it, and I'm glad you're going to come back. I haven't missed one. I think it's been 14 or 15 years,
That says something.
other than COVID, and
I will continue because there's, again, so much value, not just here, but regionally at small. But again, when we have operators from the Northeast to California coming here, think about that, folks. That's I mean,
it says a lot. Says
yeah.
a lot. And so many, I've said it before, but so many inspectors here, so many PHMSA folks,
How many-
PSCs, and they came on and talked to us like it was no big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the part that I loved about it. Who are we talking to? Jonathan from
Alabama,
PSC.
Randall Hand. Oh, Randall's here.
Well,
Chris.
he wouldn't come on and talk to us yet. But, you know, like down-to-earth folks looking to make a difference, not just run around with a book throwing it at people. I mean, it was really neat to get to sit down. We got a cinnamon roll.
Oh, from Chris, yeah. State inspector brought
doing,
over a cinnamon
man?
roll.
Are you kidding me?
No, it's...
He's the bad guy?
He's like...
He brought us a cinnamon roll. Ah, man, I love that. It's a good show, man.
All right, brother.
Good to do it with you, too.
Absolutely. All right, book it for next year. We're back next year.
back.
Here. So,
Hey, man, it's been great. We'll see you next time.
stay safe, everyone.